This is a quick introductory screencast for iPlant data storage functionality. Before I start, let me point out that iPlant Collaborative has become CYVerse. So CYVerse and iPlant are the same thing, and I will keep on using them interchangeably. So hopefully that doesn't cause too much trouble. Um, this is the first of the three screencasts I'm going to make. The first screencast will, which is this one, is going to look at the web data storage functionality. They call it the discovery environment. The second screencast will look at CyberDuck. That's the desktop software. And the third screencast, I will try to introduce one method to encrypt file before you upload it to iPlant, or that matter put it on Dropbox. So we are planning to use iPlant data store to share large data within our group. The Dropbox, which we have used in past, has limited space and in my opinion is not very well suited for storing and sharing large data files. iPlant gives us 1 terabyte of storage free. That should be good enough for us, I think. It has some access control built in, and I will show you that a little bit, where only people who need to have access to the data have access to data, or even know that the data exists there. And the data is backed up at 2 locations at least. Despite the fact that data is backed up, I strongly suggest that everybody who uploads data or has any data generated should back up the data locally in addition to using iPlant. Okay, let's start looking at the online environment. So I find it easier to get to the online tool by just typing the URL. I put this URL in the text. You can get to this by going through their website, but it will take more than a few clicks to get there. So first thing you need to do is to create an account. If you don't already have an iPlant or CYVerse account, they are same thing. iPlant ID is same as CYVerse ID. So if you have iPlant ID, you don't have to get a CYVerse ID. Click on register now if you need to, and well, create a new account. Fill in the information, and you should have a new account going in no time. They will verify your email, and that's pretty much it. So once you have your account, log in with that account. It will take a minute, well, less than that, I guess. And the data explorer type window shows up here. If for some reason you don't see this data window, you can just click on data here and it will bring that up. You will notice that there's a folder, your personal folder, on the navigation pane with your user ID on it. So this is your personal folder. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Perhaps put other data from other projects or your personal files and share it with collaborators. I think they gave you 100 gigabytes of space, so that's just yours. So what we are interested in the community data is a folder called SCRI_Water3. So once you create your ID, you need to send me your ID so that I can add you as a collaborator on this folder. Without that, you probably will not be able to see this folder. So once I add you, and I'll send you an email too, you should be able to see these folders. There are 2 main folders on there, the main folder and the public folder. The public folder, we're not using it now. It's designed. We've tried to put the public folder for data we want to share with everybody, even outside the group. Most of the action or data storing will happen in main folder. Let me go to the main folder. So depending on what all folders you have access to, it might look, the folder structure inside will look different. So let me log in with another account. Here we go. So in this in this window, the window in the front, I have logged in with a different account, and when I click on the main folder, I don't see the modeling group, and that's because the user here in the window on the top does not have access to the modeling group folder. So point I want to uh, make is that depending on what all folders you have access to, you will see different folder structure. So don't get bothered by what you see. And there are not many folders anyway now. So we have to decide on what groups need folders, who will be managing those folders, who will be the owner, I get that, and perhaps who all should that folder who all should be able to access that folder. That has to be decided, and maybe we will decide in our June meeting there. So that's a little bit of access control. If you are the owner of a folder or a group, you can click on those one of the icon which looks like two people with a key. That's for managing sharing, and a manage sharing window will pop up, and then you can add people. So adding collaborators is very easy. So you start by looking for name, and it populates. So and it shows your institution too. So you're not adding the wrong person, I guess. And once you add collaborator, you can by clicking this choose collaborator button, you can select what level of access do they have. Collaborators can have read access, which they can only read. Write will let you read and write. And own access is for owners, so that gives you access to add other users to that folder and delete the folder even, or create new folders. So be careful when you assign owners to a folder. All right, so that's sharing. What it also lets you write comments. So if you on every file and folder. So if you have something interesting going on, you can probably write a comment and let everybody else know what this file or folder is about. And that's fairly simple. Besides this, there is not much on the desktop environment, on the web environment, the discovery environment, as I call it, the web portal for iPlant data. Feel free to navigate around and see if you can find something else interesting. There's some information about each whatever you have highlighted in there, so that might help. All right, so this is all I had about the discovery environment. In the next video, I'll talk about CyberDuck.